There are 9 things your cat does that most owners never notice. Not the big, obvious ones. The tiny ones. The ones that last 2 seconds or less. The ones that happen while you're looking at your phone, or walking to the kitchen, or just sitting there thinking about something else. Scientists say these are the most honest signals a cat is physically capable of producing. They cannot be faked. The cat's body does them before the brain even catches up. And the last one, number 9, is something researchers say only happens after years of something most people don't realize they've been building. Most owners never find out they had it until the cat is gone. Don't be one of them. There are 9 things your cat does that prove they trust you completely, not the big obvious ones. Not the purring or the head bumps everyone already knows. The small ones. The ones that last 2 seconds. The ones that happen while you're looking at your phone or walking to the kitchen or just existing in the same room without paying attention. Scientists who study feline attachment describe these as the most honest signals a cat is physically capable of producing because most of them are involuntary. The cat's body generates them before the brain even catches up. They cannot be faked. They cannot be performed for someone the cat doesn't trust. They only appear after something real has been built between 2 living things over time. And sign number 9, the last one, only develops after years of something most owners don't realize they've been doing. Most people never find out they had it until the cat is gone. Pay attention. All 9 of these might be happening around you right now. There is a small movement your cat makes that lasts about 2 seconds. Most owners miss it entirely or mistake it for something medical. When your cat walks toward you with their tail held straight up and the very tip begins to vibrate, almost like a tiny shiver running through it, that is not a nervous tick. That is your cat's nervous system reacting to the sight of you the way it would react to seeing their mother after separation. Kittens do this with their mothers in the wild. It is one of the very first social signals a kitten ever learns. It means safety. It means, I recognize you and I am glad you are here. What makes it significant is that it is partly involuntary. Their body produces it before their conscious mind catches up. They cannot decide to do it for someone they don't trust. It simply does not fire. Some cats also produce what behaviorists call phantom spraying, going through all the motions of scent marking, tail quivering, backing toward a surface, without releasing anything. It looks strange. It is not. It is the cat's territorial bonding instinct firing in your direction without the marking. Their body is saying, this is my place and this is my person. Next time your cat walks toward you with that tail held high and trembling at the tip, you are watching one of the oldest trust signals in feline evolution. One that originally existed between mothers and their kittens and now exists between your cat and you. Cats are extraordinarily aware of how they move through space. If you have ever watched your cat miss a jump and immediately act like nothing happened, you already understand this. When they stumble, they feel it. The instinct to hide that moment runs deep, in feral colonies. Any sign of physical weakness draws attention from other cats. A stumble, a miscalculation, a clumsy landing. These are noticed. So the default setting in any cat that is not fully settled is to retreat after a vulnerable moment. Regroup in private. Return when composed. A rescue cat in a new home will often disappear for an hour after knocking something over. The instinct to hide imperfection is that strong. So watch what your cat does after a clumsy moment in front of you. Do they leave? Or do they stay? A cat who stays, who slips off the couch arm, looks up briefly, and simply continues grooming on the floor, has accumulated enough evidence about you to make a decision. They have learned that your response to their vulnerable moments is calm, steady, safe. They are not embarrassed in front of you anymore. That is not a small thing. That is a cat who has decided you are safe enough to be imperfect around. Most cat owners watch the tail. Some watch the eyes. Almost nobody watches the ears during conversation. Here is what to look for. When you talk to your cat and their ears rotate slightly forward toward the sound of your voice, without the rest of their body moving at all, that is a specific and meaningful response. They are not just hearing you. They are actively choosing to listen. Cats have over 30 muscles in each ear and can rotate each one independently. What researchers have found is that cats do not simply hear sounds. They filter them. In a relaxed state, a cat will tune out most of the noise around them. The refrigerator hum, cars outside, other voices, all filtered out. but a trusted voice is processed differently. A 2013 study from the University of Tokyo confirmed that cats reliably distinguish their owner's voice from a stranger's, showing ear movement, head tilting, and subtle pupil changes specifically in response to their person. Cats with stronger bonds showed larger responses. When you are sitting on the couch talking and you see those ears swivel toward you while the rest of your cat stays perfectly relaxed, you are watching a brain that has filed your voice under safe. Your voice no longer triggers alertness. It triggers calm. That is not indifference. That is the deepest form of familiarity. Try this tonight. Sit in your usual spot. Do not call your cat.
Do not reach for them.
Just be there. If they come near you, watch how long it takes them to fully settle. A cat that feels uneasy will lie down quickly and stay tense, legs tucked tight, head up, body in a ready position. It looks cozy. It is not. It is a cat that has not let go, but a cat who sinks down gradually, body loosening in stages, head dropping slowly, legs extending one at a time, is showing you their nervous system performing a real-time safety check. Am I still safe? Yes. Am I still safe? Yes. Until they are completely down, completely soft, completely at rest. The 2019 Oregon State University attachment study found that approximately 65% of cats form secure attachments to their person, behaving almost identically to securely attached human infants. When their person is nearby, they relax, explore, and settle. When their person leaves, they become stressed. When their person returns, they calm. Immediately, that slow sinking you see is secure attachment made visible. Your cat's brain has labeled you as a source of safety, and their body is releasing tension in real time because of it. This one feels like an insult. Your cat walks to their bowl, turns completely away, and eats without looking back once. It is one of the strongest trust signals they can produce. In the wild, mealtime is one of the most dangerous moments for any predator. Senses are occupied. Head is down. An animal eating without scanning its surroundings is an easy target. Feral cats almost always eat facing outward, lifting their head between bites, constantly checking. When your cat turns their back to you while eating, they have made a decision. You are not a threat behind them. They do not need to keep watching because you are already watching. You have become their security in their most exposed moment. In feral colonies, this kind of relaxed eating only occurs between cats who have shared territory long enough to stop being cautious around each other. Some cats take it even further, eating only when their owner is in the room and stopping when they leave. That is a cat using your presence as a safety condition for one of the most vulnerable things they do each day. The next time your cat faces the wall at their food bowl, watch their body. Loose ears. Relaxed posture. That is not dismissal. That is complete trust from the back of their head. Here is a test you can do right now if your cat is nearby. Wait for them to yawn. Do not do anything. Just watch what their eyes do in the half second after it ends. A full yawn forces the eyes closed. It stretches the jaw wide open, exposing the teeth and throat. For a brief moment, the cat cannot see, cannot bite, and their reflexes are delayed. It is a window of complete vulnerability. Cats in stressful environments almost never yawn openly. Shelter cats hold them back or yawn only in hiding. The suppression is instinctive. A cat who yawns fully in your presence has already decided on a deep level that you are safe to be around. But the real signal is the eye check afterward. If your cat yawns and then glances at you with soft, half-closed eyes before looking away without any tension, they went completely unguarded for a moment, opened their eyes, saw you, and felt nothing but calm. A 2020 University of Sussex study found that the slow blink, which often follows a yawn, functions as a genuine communication signal between cats and humans. Cats were more likely to approach strangers who offered them slow blinks than those who did not. If you see the yawn followed by the slow blink, blink slowly back. Watch what happens next. Almost nobody talks about this one. It reveals more about your cat's emotional state than most owners realize. Burying waste is one of the first things kittens learn from their mother. In the wild, it conceals their scent from predators and rival cats. The instinct is powerful and old. When an indoor cat begins leaving their waste loosely covered, or sometimes not covered at all, after months or years of careful burying, something has shifted. The survival instinct that says hide yourself has been quieted by an environment where nothing bad ever happens. In feral colonies, researchers have observed that the most confident, high-ranking cats are the ones who leave waste uncovered. Lower-ranking cats bury carefully because they cannot afford to draw attention. In your home, where your cat has no rivals and no predators, a similar relaxation can develop gradually over time. Important note, a sudden change in litter box behavior can signal a health issue or stress. Always check with a vet if the change is abrupt or accompanied by other symptoms. But a gradual shift in a healthy, content cat over months or years, that is a quiet measure of how safe they feel in the life you have given them. When you reach toward a cat who does not fully trust you, their eyes follow your hand. They track it. Watch it get closer. Their muscles tighten slightly. They are not necessarily scared. They are just keeping tabs. A cat who deeply trusts you will stop doing this. You reach toward them and their eyes stay on your face, or look away entirely, or simply close. Your hands have become so familiar that they no longer require visual confirmation. Researchers call this predictive modeling. Over time, your cat builds a complete mental picture of how you move, how fast you reach, how you touch, what comes next. A 2019 study in animal cognition found that cats form specific expectations about their owner's behavior and show measurable surprise when those expectations are broken. When a cat stops watching your hands, their mental model of you is complete. Tested across hundreds of interactions. Filed as safe and predictable. They already know what is coming, and they are at peace with it. For cats who were once hand-shy, who flinched at every reach, watching this change happen gradually over months is one of the most quietly moving things a cat owner can witness. Each calm interaction added one more data point to their model of you, until eventually they simply stopped needing to check. Not every cat likes being picked up. That is completely fine and worth respecting. But for the cats who do allow it, there is an enormous difference between a cat who stays stiff in your arms and a cat whose whole body goes soft. A cat who merely tolerates being held keeps their legs tense. Their claws are slightly extended, ready to grip. They are in your arms but holding themselves up, present but not surrendered. A cat who trusts you while being held goes limp, legs dangling, head dropping against your arm or chest, breathing slowing, body completely soft. That softness is the full shutdown of the fight or flight response. The instinct to resist being lifted runs deep in every small predator. In nature, being picked up almost always means being caught. Overriding that instinct requires something stronger, and that something is not a single good moment. It is months, sometimes years, of you being consistent, gentle, and completely predictable across hundreds of small interactions they were quietly adding up the whole time. The Oregon State Attachment Study noted that securely attached cats, when their person returned to the room, moved closer and then relaxed. They did not cling or panic. They simply settled. Going limp in your arms is the fullest physical expression of that same pattern, the body's complete release of the need to be ready for something bad. Here is what makes this sign different from every other one on this list. It cannot be rushed. It cannot be earned in a week or a month. It develops on the cat's timeline entirely, across thousands of small moments where you showed up the same way, calm, gentle, safe. And they noticed every single one. Cats who go limp when held often become more so as they age. Older cats who have spent years with the same person sometimes reach a point where they soften the moment they are lifted, before they have even settled. That response is the accumulated weight of an entire shared history. Every calm reach, every gentle hold, every time you put them down before they needed to ask. Most owners who have this do not know they have it. They just think their cat is relaxed. They do not realize they spent years earning it. And some never find out until the cat is gone and they remember the weight of them going soft in their arms and understand, too late, what that meant. Do not wait that long. 9 signs. All of them small. All of them easy to overlook. All of them meaning the same thing. Your cat does not have words. They do not have expressions you were built to read. They cannot sit across from you and tell you what you mean to them. So they quiver their tail tip when they see you coming. They stay in the room after they stumble. They let their ears track your voice without moving anything else. They sink down slowly next to you. They turn their back at the food bowl. They yawn openly in your presence and glance at you with soft eyes after. They stop watching your hands. And eventually, after enough time, enough patience, enough calm, they go completely limp in your arms. Every single one of those is a sentence, written in the only language they have. And now you can read it. If this changed how you see them, hit like. Share it with someone whose cat has been quietly saying this to them for years. And subscribe, because next time, we go even deeper into what your cat's body is telling you while you sleep.